Welcome back once again
I haven't
to
done my chimes yet.
Oh, right.
Yeah, what are you doing?
He started before the chimes.
He was just on the go.
All right, give me a smack.
He's ready to go after all the issues we had getting this
Yes,
thing working tonight.
it's a busy, hectic day here at Leah's Garage. Welcome back, everybody, once again to our Loosey Goosey show about town and all the cool things going on in the town. Wearing our beautiful Acton leather or dinner jackets, I should say.
Acton dinner jackets, the famous Acton dinner jacket, right here, folks.
Very warm though on a day like today. We're recording on Friday. What is it? June 4th.
June 4th, yeah.
May the 4th today. So
it's my brother's birthday today, Keith. I'd like to wish him a happy birthday.
Happy birthday!
Big happy birthday to you, and you're probably the only birthdays he's going to get today. But I'm going to take my jacket off because it's hot.
Yeah. I'm going to sweat for the image of the show.
The brief period, anyway.
The brief half hour. When you start noticing sweat rolling down my neck, just give me a nudge, okay? Yeah. But I'm fine, and I'm wearing my Acton dinner jacket proudly in Acton, Ontario, Canada.
Yes, we are. That's where
place
we're coming
I love
from.
Dearly. I love
yeah.
Dearly.
Well, lots
home.
of cool.
It's home, baby.
It is. It's it's Halton Hills, and it's still a difference between Acton and Georgetown especially when you talk to everybody that lives either or.
I consider both.
Or watch TikTok videos.
Yeah,
that TikTok lady.
We were going to bring that up. Well, thank you very much, Leah.
That was insulting Acton. Really, get a life, lady.
Big time.
And that stuff around your mouth, I'd get a doctor to look at that. Yeah. For sure. And that's all I'm going to say on that. And you know what I'm talking about.
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
It's disgusting the way she ripped into Acton, and you know what? I wasn't happy when I saw that.
No, it was pretty bad.
Anyway, are you all right there? You can live through it, are you, my son?
Oh,
here, I'll give you a good old back smack.
Went down the wrong tube.
No, the old people that are old having birthdays, that's later.
Right,
keep that voice for later. You know what I mean?
Today's show brought to you by the Clay Oven right here in Acton, downtown Acton, 32 Mill Street. Indian food. My cousin, who is also my roommate, eats there plenty and loves the food there. Says it's outstanding. 519-929-9393. And they're open until 9 p.m. every night. You can order your takeout right now and hopefully soon have some dine-in.
Yeah, I love Indian food. I just can't take the really hot stuff. Other people love it, but I can't. But I love the Indian
Lots
food.
of spices, but not hot spices.
Exactly.
We got Jen here.
Yeah.
We got the band coming
singer
tonight. Our lead singer, our sales manager for the time, our sales manager rep / everything, has come to join us. So very, very cool. And we're gonna have the band here tonight, my friend.
Yeah, we're gonna have Leah's Garage performing, and they're a house band.
Yeah,
and they're also gonna be on the top 40.
Everybody say hi to Jen.
Happy Friday!
Yes.
Friday.
Happy Jam Friday.
Yes.
Everybody's so stoked to get playing again. It's been over a year since we played together.
Yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun tonight.
So,
and we look, and hopefully we'll get a song on with you guys. But we haven't worked that out yet.
Yeah,
we'll figure it out.
Yeah, we're still working that one out. But we got a lot of news to get through today, my friend.
Yeah, we do. And the news is brought to you by Max Tires and Auto Repairs. 905-873-9255. Lowest prices on tires.
Don't you forget it.
Don't you forget it. And they're at 61 Main Street. Oh no, 61 Guelph Street.
Guelph Street.
Because I live there. I should know where it is. You know what I mean? Let me put my tongue back in there.
Oh, too funny.
61 Guelph Street, right across from Fred's Towing, and right next to Easy Taxi.
Yeah.
There you go. And to those three companies, thank you so much for all you do for us and the program. We really appreciate it. Also, I'd like to thank JB Clothing for these wonderful Acton dinner jackets. We're going to see if we can get them in the store.
Our hats, our shirts. You even got your Air Radio shirt on, too.
That's right. I got my Air Radio on. Air Radio is the thing that connects all the radio stations we
worldwide station.
We have another show called the Top 40 Timeline, which will be unplugged, uncensored, and you'll see the real side of Big Daddy and Leah and Lee. And that's coming on a YouTube channel near you soon. But anyway, hello to everybody at Max Tire, and of course, if you want tires, you know where to go. The big story today, I guess, 37 total. Coronavirus number is 37 for Halton region. Now, I was telling you in the car.
I haven't heard that number in a long time.
Yeah. Well, we're coming down. We're fluctuating.
Yeah.
We're not up like 60 or something.
No, that's what I mean. I mean, being down that end, I've heard that
In
number.
all fairness, we are just coming into that time zone where the long weekend, for those that were susceptible and in contact, now's the time the numbers are going to fluctuate, and they are.
Yeah, and we could see that happen, definitely.
So in Burlington, there was 27. Milton had 5, 4 in Oakville, yada, yada. 1 in Halton Hills. You get so sick of reading this every day. You know? I mean, I'll be glad when we don't have to talk about COVID
Absolutely. And this is why we try to get it out of the way, early in the show.
5,746 is the variant number. Bob Barker. There you go. That's the variant number today. 5756. Okay. Now, the big story, I guess, is Ontario's stay-at-home order has been lifted. And as of June 2nd, of course, all other coronavirus public health and workplace measures will remain in place in Halton across the province due to ongoing risks, the government stated on Tuesday. So what Doug is saying to us is, you can come out now, but there's nowhere to go.
Yeah, you can come out, but you can't do anything.
Exactly.
You can golf,
Well, that too. A lot of golfers, I got to tell you, the golf courses you drive by, they're just jammed right up, right?
Oh, yeah.
So.
Now, when Ontario enters step 1 of the much-publicized roadmap to reopen plan, and it's got so much in it.
I know. Isn't it?
So involved.
Yeah.
Now, some restrictions will ease, with the main focus on outdoor settings, according to a government release. But we're allowed out of the house now. There's nobody telling us
to wander aimlessly on the streets.
But, of course, we'll be wandering like zombies because there's nowhere to go.
Doing the same thing as we did with the lockdown.
Yeah,
I mean,
pretty much.
let's face it.
Pretty much.
You were allowed out then, too.
What really upsets me is the rest of the world seems to be getting on with it a little bit now, and we're not.
Well, you're seeing a lot of countries that are, opening up. Look at all the states. You've got Florida's pretty much an open state. Another state has pulled their mask mandatory off. I think it was Indiana. No more masks are needed anywhere.
Well, Austin, who is our operations manager in Indiana, it's normal.
Yeah, they're having concerts and outdoor events, and
they're having hot dogs and out in public, eating together and actually kissing each other and hugging. And remember what we used to do?
What is that?
What is that? Yeah,
exactly.
I'd kiss a girl now. I'd be like a teenage boy.
Oh, don't get into kissing girls.
Oh, we won't even go there. Okay, let's just move on.
All right.
In other news, free rapid tests for small and medium-sized businesses will be available in Halton Hills. Don't know how accurate they'll be, but hopefully fairly accurate. A rapid screening initiative for COVID-19 has been launched in Halton Hills, and the initiative teams up with the Halton Hills Chamber of Commerce, the Town of Halton Hills, Ontario Chamber of Commerce, and also the federal and provincial governments. The rapid screening initiative will deliver free rapid antigen tests for employees of small and medium-sized businesses, and businesses including non-chamber businesses with over 150 or fewer employees are welcome to join in and get themselves some free rapid tests. And
I guess it
can't hurt.
But I want to get out of this coronavirus. I don't want to be getting into, I want to get out of this stuff.
Yeah.
But it's a good idea and it's safe and.
But if everybody's getting vaccinated, we won't really need them so much anymore, right?
Exactly.
Yeah, I think that's the point.
By the way, Lee and I are both in the same bubble.
Yeah, okay? We work together every day. So
you'd be surprised what we actually do together.
No kissing, though.
No petting and no kissing. But we are in the same bubble. That's why we're not wearing, just in case some federal person comes out and goes, "You're not wearing a mask and you're on YouTube or whatever we're on." And
well, in all fairness, at this point, we're also outside.
Yes, we are outdoors.
I don't even have mine on right now.
Very well ventilated.
The big story for Friday: Ontario's idea for in-person graduation. Come on.
Really?
The Halton District School Board were not amused at this, apparently.
I guess not.
And in these conditions with COVID and everything else, can you imagine the challenges of that? The Director of Education, Stuart Miller, said. And he was stating that in one Oakville school alone, there's 500 graduates for one.
Yeah.
How are they going to police that?
Yeah.
How are they? Why would you want to even do that?
Why would you
want to send the kids back to school? So, let's just gather up ourselves and carry on.
That's the one thing I do agree with that came out, that they're going to put the kids back in school in September. Because really, what are you going to get? You're going to get 3 weeks out of June before they're coming back out of school, and you're back into the same situation again. You might as well lock down again and go through that whole ordeal. No, wait till September. By then, you've got 60-odd% of the country with both vaccinations.
Let's do what the rest of the world's doing for once.
I don't know. That to me just makes sense. That's just my opinion.
You don't want to jump right back into it again, and people are upset because but at the same time, we don't want to mess up what we've already done.
Well, exactly, and you know, we've proven that the kids going back to school has failed.
Well, look at the spike from Victoria Day weekend.
Yeah.
You know, there's a bit of a spike there.
Well, and it's still coming because the last 3 days.
Well, that's it.
It's gone up anywhere up to between 100 and 200 per day.
Yeah. So
what does that tell you? You know, okay, slow down. But yeah. Well, the Acton Farmers Market's back.
I saw that. I drove by.
Posting.
Yeah. It's good to see those back.
And it's in downtown Acton every Thursday.
Yeah,
from
on Willow
4
Street
until
there.
7 on Willow Street North. And you were taking, was it you taking pictures or?
It was Alex was doing that. Yeah, the BIA manager.
And it looked wrapped up and ready to go.
Oh yeah, when I drove by,
it
it was actually pretty busy there. Everybody was nicely distanced. They did a nice job of that, and
that's nice just to wander.
And it was a beautiful afternoon too. So.
And the Georgetown Farmers Market that begins this weekend, depending on when you're watching this.
Yeah.
But the weekend of the 5th.
Saturday.
The Saturday, yeah.
And full season beginning this weekend there too. The market will happen every Saturday, of course, starting at 8 a.m. until 12:30 p.m. in downtown Georgetown. Different little locations around town. Hey, they're blowing their whistle.
Yep.
Is that picking that up?
Oh, it's probably grabbing some of it, I'm sure.
The entire of Acton is separated for moments in time. Every day when this freight train comes.
No, that's a GO train, that one.
Oh, is that a GO?
Yeah, that'll be the
you're
commuter
a real
train.
Actonite, you know the...
I know the different tones.
Yeah, I do too, being by the GO station.
Yeah, the freight trains are more of a...
They're a lower tone, and two, just the time of the day. That's when the commuter train comes in. So
now, apparently, Georgetown Farmers Market highlights over 50 food and craft vendors from and around Halton Hills, as always, of course. And the market will be split up into 3 main areas: Main between Church and Mill. Okay. And that'll be Main between Mill and James, and the Church Street parking lot as well.
Yeah.
And I think they've got something from the parking lot where you can pick up.
I think that's where you pick what you order, you pick up in the Legion parking lot. So
that's a good idea.
It is. And, hey, well,
but still, I mean, half the reason is to go out and get yourself out and wander around.
Absolutely. And again, it's a little bit of a social aspect. Even if you're masked up or whatever, at least you're out being social, and you're even just the vendors you're chatting with, and hey, good to see you back, and blah blah blah. And
well, it's a sign of summer, and
you got my squash and my my peas, and
somebody posted, if you grew up in Georgetown, Don Fenley's group on Facebook, about the crazy outhouse races.
That's right, I did see that. Yeah, I remember those. They were great.
Is there anybody out there that would like to get together with us? Because the 3 of us are in for anything. And we could probably even compete in the outhouse race. Now, is there some kind of legal problem with that?
I think it was an insurance thing.
Really?
Yeah, they couldn't afford the insurance.
Isn't that daft?
Yeah.
Come on, it's an outhouse race, for God's sake.
Oh yeah, but all the legalities that you got to put into place that go behind it, it just becomes a point where it's not...
You're getting yourself into a sticky wicket.
Yeah, it's very much so.
Right. All right. Well, is it my story or yours?
I think I'm next.
Right. Well, you can go ahead then.
Okay.
No, you go ahead.
Or should I flip a coin?
Yeah. No, he's going to go ahead with the story.
This is kind of cool because this is the biggest prize they're going to be giving away. I think the Georgetown Hospital Foundation will wrap off one of its largest prizes thanks to a donation from a local business. The grand prize for the hospital's yearly lottery is a brand new 2000 Toyota Corolla.
Oh my God.
Donated by Georgetown Toyota. Yeah.
Wow, that's a huge prize.
Yeah. Like
Georgetown Toyota donated that. Eh?
Yeah.
And they have little prizes too.
Yeah. They do have other cash prizes and stuff like that
Not
too.
quite as inviting, but
But still, you know, when you think about the numbers, though, your chances of winning are pretty good when the population's only this big. So, you know, get your tickets, you know. It's a good idea. They're very grateful for Toyota, said Sandra Taylor, executive at Georgetown Hospital Foundation, mentioned that's the biggest prize we've given out in a long time. Funds raised through the annual lottery go towards the purchase of the highest priority items needed by the hospital. And over the 12 months, many of the foundation events have been or had to be presented virtually during the pandemic, of course. But Taylor stated the foundation continued to fundraise for the hospital.
They do a good job over there.
That was so cool. I drove in too, and I saw the thing sitting on the lawn out front of the hospital with the stickers all over it. I was like, "Wow, that's a big prize, man! Get your tickets for the Georgetown Hospital."
And Georgetown Toyota.
Yeah.
You guys rock.
Finn,
it's unreal.
Way to go, buddy.
Yeah, you see how the community gets together, though?
Oh, yeah.
It's true. I mean, we live in a great community here. Halton students will not be heading back into classrooms in person until September, as we were talking about earlier. Premier Doug Ford and Education Minister Stephen Lecce made the announcement on Wednesday of this last week, mentioning that returning children to school without waiting until more of them are vaccinated could lead to a real mess.
Exactly.
Basically.
That's why I say waiting until September is perfect.
Ford stated he understands this decision will be very difficult for parents who are going nuts.
Sure.
Well, the kids are going nuts too.
Well, yeah, it's not just one-sided, you know.
No, it's not just the husband and wife divorce, it's the kids and parents divorce as well. Really? Trust me.
So we're going back in September, and we're not going to just throw everything into the wind and put the kids back in June, which is ridiculous.
Yeah. For what? Like I say, for what?
Yeah.
3 weeks?
3 weeks.
Really? Come on.
3 weeks.
Yeah.
I mean, they've already. I feel sorry for kids now.
Absolutely.
Going through stuff like this. You know, even boys and girls in their teens dating. You can't even go on a date.
Yeah.
You know? And then if you do get a date, there's nowhere to go.
Yeah.
It's just terrible for kids.
That's it. Rub
But
noses.
to be a kid now is even worse than people are. Like, we can,
we're adults. We're adults.
But when, kids are kids once and you're gone, man. 14, 15, 16, they're golden years.
And you take away, 2 years or 3 years of that childhood.
That's right.
That's a big push. So.
All
right. Parents and guardians in Oakville, Burlington, Milton, and Halton Hills are being notified as of Monday by the Halton School District Board officials, and the region, for that fact, is wait a second here. You got to quit putting markings on my paper.
Did I mark it up too much?
Yeah, you did. Are being notified as of Monday by the Halton District School Board officials and the region's medical officer of health to clear up exactly who is eligible to book a COVID-19 vaccine appointment. Beginning Monday, children aged 12 to 17 years and students beyond 17 years of age going back to secondary school in September can book their COVID-19 vaccine appointment through the online booking system. But there is some clarification being added that Dr. Hamidah Magani, Halton Top's doctor, the busiest woman in Halton, for further information, link up with the school board online to find out more information on whether your child qualifies. But it sounds like for the most part, most children are going to qualify for this. So
yeah, but you got to get in touch with the school board because there's so many thises and that's.
Well, and hearsay, and then you see people posting online on social media saying, "Oh, well, I heard this," and then another person saying, "I heard that." Go to the horse's mouth and find out.
Yeah. Roughly 120 people got together outside the Gellert Community Center in Georgetown on Wednesday evening for a vigil in memory of 215 Indigenous children whose bodies were found last week at a Kamloops, BC school.
And that will be, this is going to be a story we will be talking about on our other vlog that we will be doing. We don't want to get into any personal issues on this, and this is an absolute tragedy. But we will be discussing this situation when we get our vlog going. So.
Oh yeah, the top 40 timeline.
Yeah.
The discovery resulted from a survey of the school's grounds by a private firm. Of course, they were using ground-penetrating radar to find the kids. Most of those that attended wore orange T-shirts to signal that every child matters. And
all children matter. I don't care what anybody says, man.
The memorial has been put together by the Halton Hills Alliance for Social Change, and it will remain in position until June the 11th. And this is something that brought a tear to my eye, actually. It's just horrifying.
It angers me.
In every way.
I get angry about it, and this is why we want to bring you the news, and you know, a lot of people know about it, but still.
Well, the Prime Minister.
This is what I hate about bringing you the news: is stories like this.
The Prime Minister came on today and confronted the Catholic Church.
And he's Catholic.
And, he's Catholic.
Yeah.
Let's hope for some.
He's not happy either.
A lot of changes need to come to our religion and our politics and the way everything is done together, because
I think as Canadians and as human beings, we need a little bit of time to heal from this one.
Yeah, I think so. I agree.
This is a horrifying
reality that we are a nasty country.
Absolutely couldn't be further from the case. And but my God, what a find and what a jaw opener.
Well, it's one of those things where, you know what, they've been talking about this stuff going on for years and years and years and years.
There's your proof.
Finally, they're able to go, now look, this is what we've been talking about. Do something about this.
And like I told you guys off air earlier, if people out there knew where those 8 priests ended up from the East Coast that were charged with pedophilia and living in the lap of luxury in Edmonton, you'd be infuriated. And this is the problem. Our system is so badly flawed here that I don't see how the government can come out of this smelling anything but like crap.
Hey, we even give our
or even the church, for that matter.
The priests even live with caviar for dinner in jail.
Sure. Oh yeah, how they live is insane, and I was so angered by it all.
Well, the town of Halton Hills, we've lowered our flags as indeed every community.
Most communities, Canada, I think, have really.
I think all of them have.
Yeah.
Well, I think
it's a nation mourning.
I think how they're doing it is it's an hour for every child.
Yes.
So that's stipulated the time frame.
215 hours they want to do it for. Yeah. No, definitely, and this isn't our land, people. As much as we think it is, it ain't our land.
And we'll be talking about that later. It's Indigenous Month in Halton Hills. Right?
That's right. I like how I got the construction again. Construction news, too.
Well, I used to do traffic reports when I was younger. And no, it's all right.
But a lot of stuff going on in the Halton Hills area. Barstow Crescent, again, they've been working on that one for quite some time, actually.
A couple of years, actually, isn't it?
Prince Charles Drive, Credit Street, Confederation Street to the end of, for minor construction, Morris Street, Chapel, Rexway and Sargent Road to Heslop with resurfacing, Sinclair Avenue to Mountain View, and Duncan Drive with resurfacing.
Plus all the other ones we're telling you about.
Oh, exactly.
We got Maple and Guelph coming up.
Every time I turn right, it seems like there's a street being resurfaced. Or they're doing Roller Coaster Road.
Are they really?
22nd, right at
those large birds that you always see when you go down into the...
Those are turkey vultures.
Are they? They're huge. I mentioned to you the other night, I saw one walking up 4th line.
Oh, yeah.
It was the size of Leah.
Yeah. Don't stand on the side of the road with a bit of blood, because if you cut yourself, don't stand on the side of the road when you're walking past them.
Wow.
Oh, yeah. No, they're
around the
turkey vultures.
22nd side road and 4th line.
They can get big, man. They can get very big. All right, we got a ton to get through here, so...
Excuse me, it's my turn to comment.
Yes, it is.
A Georgetown driver looking at drunk driving charges after a traffic stop in which Halton Regional Police are crediting the quick thinking actions of the public here. The stop happened about 10:30 p.m. last Friday evening when officers responded to a call reporting to an erratic driver in Georgetown. Officers arrested the driver and police are saying he registered more than 4.5 times the legal limit of alcohol allowed in the system.
Oh my God!
I think he was a little
just
drunk.
A little.
Excuse me.
Holy jumping!
That's 4.5
above. I shouldn't be laughing. I'm sorry.
That's
not funny.
Man.
That's
just
my brain is just trying to process it. So
lives potentially saved. Thanks to the call from the public.
Yeah.
Apparently, the guy was just all over the place.
You gotta be at that point.
We have no idea who.
How did he get the key in the car? in the ignition, for crying out loud.
Or even coordinate the hands with the feet.
Wow. Wow.
It's not funny, but it is.
No,
It
not
just
funny at all.
figure
I
it
gotta
out.
laugh at it because otherwise I just get pissed off at it. So I'm not gonna do that. I'd rather laugh.
These people are driving among us, folks. Be careful.
Yes, and because I've heard some people say this too, and they say that, oh, well, I don't want to waste a phone call on 911, and no, you call 911 from your cell phone, and you get a license plate, and you go, you do it. I've done it. I've seen people literally ditch to ditch. Yeah, I got no question calling
you're saving their life as much as you are anybody
else's.
Them.
Exactly.
And to the young kids, I was sitting in the fairgrounds in Georgetown there last week. I chill with Fred, and all the squirrels there. You know me. I'm the squirrel's buddy. They know when Big Daddy's coming. But I was sitting there last week, and some youth came in a vehicle and skidded all over the baseball diamond. I was so angry. Didn't get his license plate number, but I tried to follow him out. And people that work for the town of Halton Hills and the money that you and I spend to keep our baseball diamonds for our kids and our citizens to play on.
Yeah. Especially at this time.
And you're messing with my baseball diamond, buddy. Don't ever do that again.
Yeah.
Skidding, making mud marks on the, and I know a lot of the groundskeepers that work for Halton Hills Town, great guys. They work very hard. Okay. Don't do that, please. Don't go and mess on our backyard.
Yeah. There's places you can go out in the country. We live in the rural area. You can go out there and go do donuts all you want.
I get my bullwhip
Just
out.
respect.
Yeah.
We have to
As
get through
purely. Else,
you know, and to me, they're just little punks, kids that do that stuff like that.
Absolutely. I was so angry.
You know. New numbers come in as Dr. Theresa Tam, Canada's Chief Public Health Officer, offered encouraging news on the coronavirus pandemic, but also urged caution, saying nationally sustained restrictions across heavily impacted areas have dropped the epidemic out of growth pattern. She went on to say, but more contagious variants of concern predominating, there's less margin for error there. In the meantime, Halton Region have revealed that residents aged 80 and up can reschedule their second dose appointment at a shortened interval through the region's online booking system starting June 2nd, which was just the other day. So as of today or this weekend, the 80-year-olds can actually bump their second appointments up.
That's good.
So that's good.
And the town of Halton Hills is marking Indigenous History Month, as we mentioned, this June, with land and treaty acknowledgements and a curated selection of programs to honor the history, heritage, diversity, and creativity of Indigenous peoples. Residents are invited to learn more about the history, contemporary, and traditional arts and culture of Indigenous peoples in Canada, and to stay thoughtfully engaged in conversation and programs throughout the year. So it should be a fun month of stuff coming up, and of course, I'll just mention that the town of Halton Hills also launched digital card decks for Activan.
Oh, right.
And the Halton Hills Public Library with Magnus cards.
I saw that
which
story.
is a free life skills app dedicated to removing accessibility barriers for people with cognitive and intellectual disabilities. It makes things a lot easier, and it really is a great product. Card decks are now available through Magnus Cards mobile app and available for download through the Apple Store and Google Play. And they're going to give it a shot. See what happens, but it's a great idea.
Well, maybe the guy with the ears all over his face can, you know.
Yeah, you keep bringing up that TikTok. This chick came on. You infuriated me today when you told me that. Nobody loves his hometown more than Big Daddy does. And when somebody attacks acting the way this chick did on TikTok, now look it up. Maybe you can Google it. But it'll make you angry if you see it.
It really was not.
It will. This is why I didn't post it. I was not putting that out there because we love what we do here and we love our town, and
this is our home, you know. Don't.
Somebody sent it to me. I caught it. Yeah. I had to share it with my personal close knit, you know, just so we could have the inside joke going on. But Big Daddy's right. Yeah. Give it a Google. This chick goes off on a tear, and it's just
I'd like to meet her.
Oh yeah.
Tell her what I think of her.
Yeah.
Just a horrible person. You know, attacking a town I dearly love. You know, because
and it wasn't one or two issues; it was many.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
She went. I thought, is it almost done? No, she's still going.
Halton Hills or across the Halton region, are you ending up anywhere or somewhere other than Milton?
Oh, yeah.
Milton's courthouse is getting older and will be closing down for many months because of mold issues. And in the meantime, some of the court cases will be dealt with at the Burlington Convention Center. Brian Gray, Ministry of Attorney General spokesperson, mentioned the mold remediation work at the 491 Still Street Avenue Courthouse is expected to start in June, with completion anticipated for late fall of 2021. So yeah, mold, serious issue, and there's got to be some other underlying issues in the building if you're getting mold. So
I don't know why, how they let that get out of control like that.
Yeah,
they control that more a little bit better. Right?
You'd think anyway.
Crept up on them.
Yeah,
yeah. So we're done with the local stuff, I guess. I have some birthdays. Are you finished?
I still got a couple actually.
You want to give me one?
Yeah, you do that one. Then.
That is why people call us the Loosey Goosey Show, because him and I are loosey goosey. That's
sure we
just
are.
The way we are. Morning radio did it to us. I guess.
Yeah, exactly. It was good training ground.
Exactly. No kidding.
But believe it or not, we've known each other for 20 years. I figure somewhere in there.
Yeah.
This is the first time we have actually sat by side and worked together.
That's right. No, we worked together at a little radio station up in Erin there.
Oh, very brief though. That
Erin radio. I was there for about 6 months.
Yeah.
And, but you were there for a long time.
I was there 7 years.
And had a great show with Dave Curry.
Dave Curry.
Remember that? I remember that, my friend. The Halton District School Board stated on Wednesday it will be looking into some in-person school options for students after Ontario Premier Doug Ford and the government posted that on Wednesday, of course, which we've been talking about, that remote learning would carry on until the end of the school year. So the Ontario Ministry of Education announced that Ontario schools will not return to in-person, of course, as we were saying, and as a result, all HDSP students will continue learning remotely, virtually, for the remainder of the school year.
And like I say, I'm behind that decision 100%. Finally, in news, our local news, before we hit the birthdays, members and supporters of the LGBTQ community started up Pride Month with a rally at the Halton Catholic District School Board Burlington building on Tuesday evening. A group of about 60 gathered together waving pride flags and carrying signs and took part in this awesome demonstration. The Halton Catholic District School Board a short time ago voted against flying the pride flag, but finally gave in to a little bit of sense of reality and common sense and changed that decision. And we're very glad they did, because we support Pride Month here at Halton Hills Online. And you know,
if we had a
people are
people,
people.
We'd put the pride flag up there, baby.
People are people.
That's it.
Bottom line.
Birthdays. We have one local birthday.
Happy birthday.
Have you noticed what we're doing on all of our radio stations every night now? We have birthday with Bimbo the birthday clown, of course, which is Bimbo. It's, ear candy. I'm sorry, folks.
Earworm.
But,
Earworm. That's it.
The reason I put that on the stations is it takes me back to when I was a kid. Watching Uncle Bobby, and he mentioned my birthday once. And Bimbo the birthday clown. Yeah. How did I get into that? Oh, the birthdays. Yeah. Okay. All right. We have a local birthday. Rebecca Dugas of Georgetown. Rebecca. Happy birthday. Do you know Rebecca? Oh, you don't know Rebecca Dugas?
Yes, I do sort of.
Okay, all right. So, well, we all know. You see how we're
Jen's
connected?
in the house.
Yeah. All right. So here we go with the old. What do we call this? Real old people with birthdays.
Oh, right. Yes.
And this is the fun part of the show.
It's birthdays for really, really old people.
That's right. People that are still here enjoying life. God bless them. And that's why we do
one
that.
On that list.
We don't do this to poke fun at the fact they're old. We do this to say, hey, man.
Hey, one on that list, big idol of mine, Charlie Watts, 80 years old.
80. A Rolling Stone is 80.
Rolling
Can you imagine that? Ian Hunter, Mott the Hoople, remember them?
Oh, God, yeah. Great band.
All the young dudes.
Oh, yeah.
82. Sally Kellerman. Who was Sally Kellerman?
82?
Who was Sally Kellerman?
An athlete, was she not?
No, she was the original Hot Lips Houlihan on the MASH.
Oh, right.
The original one before, what's her name there?
Yeah, Loretta Swit.
84, Loretta Swit. Stacy Keach, who's been in trouble a few times in his life, 80. Lou Nanny. Here's a name from my era. Played for the Minnesota North Stars.
I love Stacy Keach and all the Cheech and Chong movies.
Oh, yeah. Don't get me going.
Sergeant Stadanko.
Lou Nanny is 80, Minnesota North Star. You won't remember him, you're too young. Morgan Freeman is 84, great actor. Pat Boone.
Pat Boone.
Say what you like about him, he sold a lot of records then, man.
Yes, he did.
87 years old and a legend in the music business. Happy birthday, Pat. 87, brother. Clint Eastwood is 91. Dirty Harry.
Dirty Harry
is 91.
That's a man of respect.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely.
I love Clint.
Even today, you know, in his 90s, he's intimidating. He walks into a place and it's like, whoa.
Oh, yeah. Well, everybody's just waiting for him to pull that fucking monster out of his, you know.
Peter Yarrow is 83 of Peter, Paul, and Mary. He thinks we're on the new show.
They won't catch it.
No, it doesn't matter anyway. Gilles Villemure, who's an old NHL goalie, is 81. And I have so much fun with you guys. You know, I look forward to this every week. And
and now that we got the band playing,
as we were saying, he's getting a little overexcited with the new show coming up. I have a radio show. We have a radio show called the Top 40 Timeline, heard on many stations, 186 countries around the world. And what I've done is taken my radio show and invited these two, and we're going to do a video on the radio show with other stuff thrown in there. But it's just going to be uncensored. We're going to be unmiked. The fact that we swear, we're still the same people with the same values, the same love for humanity. Yep. It's just that we're going to swear.
Same love for our community.
And I think it's good that happened because it explains, even to our local audience,
loosey-goosey we are.
How loosey-goosey we are.
Good cover up, Daddy.
and really, when you think about it, it is one of the best parts of what we've done so far. I think it says something. It's 2021, folks. Yeah, this is who we are. We're loosey-goosey. Sometimes we slip, and we leave it in there because we don't mean to offend anybody.
And we're not here to edit and make it all wishy-washy.
And you won't see a guy, and you won't see a guy more community involved than this fella right here who loves his community. All right, community is driven by community. You navigate, and we will
drive.
There you go.
Drive on, baby. Today's show brought to you by our good friends at the Clay Oven, 32 Mill Street, downtown Acton. Check them out online. They close at 9 p.m., which is great because a lot of places are closing at 8 p.m., so these guys are staying open a little bit later. You can give them a call at 519-929-9393 and order your food tonight. Great Indian food, and check them out. That's the Clay Oven. Once again, 32 Mill Street, downtown Acton. So I want to thank JV Clothing for the cool, you know, Acton dinner jackets and our cool hats, our shirts, like Russ has got his Air Radio one on.
We're not wearing,
we got our toques that we're not wearing, but we were last week.
Yeah.
And I've heard that there's a Facebook group just been opened. We Miss Pearl Facebook group, and Pearl is fine.
Oh, Pearl's
she's
fine,
in Cambridge, and she sends you all of her love.
Yeah, she will
or as much love as that bird can give.
She will be back in the fall season, I'm sure, at some point. So
Max Tires. There's a place for tires, of course, and we know that. 905-873-9255. Licensed mechanics as well, and they do so many things.
And of course, our friends at Fred's Towing.
Okay, say hi to the gang over there, and Easy Taxi, of course, as well.
You see a tow truck on the side of the road, move over, slow down, give them space, give them room. Coming up at the end of this video is a possibility you might just see something from Lee's garage.
That's right. Can I do my thing?
It's all yours, baby.
All right.
Thanks for tuning in. Have a great weekend, everybody, and stay loose.
Loosey Goosey.
Be safe.
Can we swear?
please.